Right, I'm sitting with Dr. Justine Cole. She likes to be called Justine. Justine, obviously, thanks very much, firstly, for giving me the time. The video that I uploaded of you working on the winch obviously caused a lot of interest, and like Brent, was part of a big team. Brent was part of a big team, but it was his image shot from above of the Oryx that caused so much interest. Firstly, that particular rescue, if you can just tell us your input from that and your perspectives on it. It was a technically pretty solid effort to be involved with.
Yeah, I think, we're very fortunate to have a lot of experience on the team. I actually rode through to De Toyskloof with one of our senior medics, Matty Young, and I was asking him about, what is the plan, what are we doing. I'd realized that I was the only medic on the list of people that had that was going along, so I wanted to just be aware of what was happening with the patient and what might be expected of me, that I could think about it ahead. And I realized through chatting to Matt that he'd put so much thought into every scenario that could happen. So what had actually happened is that Brent and another member, Dave, had gone to Esterplaat in advance to ride with the RX, but then a whole group of us who are trained on the helicopters were actually driving through just in case the helicopter couldn't then fly. And then we were there, and as Brent mentioned, there was this strong ground support, all also helicopter trained, but we were all there in case that helicopter couldn't fly and we needed to go in. And Matt had actually thought about all of that, most likely in communication with other senior people in the team. And we're just so lucky to have that amount of experience going in, that we don't just go in. There's so much thought that goes into what is the plan, how are we going to use our resources. And as I said, I happened to be at the right place and at the right time, that I ended up in the helicopter, but there was a group of about 10 or 11 equally trained people, and any one of us could have ended up there. And that's what's good, is that we actually have a lot of people to fall back on at any time. Yeah,
I know you did say to me it was important that it was conveyed that it's part of a big team effort, that you were fortunate to have been there. But obviously the work you do is important. Just a question out of interest: when you're in that situation working on the winch, you're obviously really focused on the job at hand, and you're a doctor, so you're taking care of the patients. Do you get a chance for maybe a millisecond to sit back and look around you and say, what an office, what a place to work?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it is definitely a perk to be involved in this kind of work. When they were actually lowering the first technical rescuer into the team that was already there in the morning, we're sitting there watching, as Brent mentioned, how the pilot was holding that helicopter dead still in a very precarious position, but just doing such an amazing job. And you're watching these mountains around you and everything that's going on. Also, after dropping off some of the team, they have to then work with the patient and the team on the ground and package the patient. So while that's happening, we actually do fly around. We actually had a beautiful flight around the mountains there while we were waiting to go and collect the patient again. And it was in that time that we actually went to fetch the other guy, which is the video I was in. I was actually just collecting one of the team of base jumpers that had been there.
Okay. You originally got involved with Mountain Club of South Africa, the Johannesburg section. There's obviously a good working relationship. Just explain a little about the relationship between MCSA South Africa in terms of the Joburg section and the Western Cape section.
Yeah, so we actually have sections in a number of provinces: Joburg, Eastern Cape, KZN, Cape Town, and Cape Town is split into Stellenbosch and Cape Town, but we all work together. And yeah, I mean, it's a national team, and we try to share expertise, share information and training. And as happened with me, I joined in Johannesburg and was part of that team, and then when I came back down to Cape Town, I was immediately accepted into the team down here. And yeah, I think it's just interesting the way the different teams do work slightly differently. Here we're very fortunate to be involved in WASA, in the Wilderness Search and Rescue kind of umbrella organization that helps to coordinate the various skills that come to the party when there is a rescue. So we have the backup of Metro, of AMS, of various K9, the various groups that Brent also mentioned. And so we have that support, whereas in Johannesburg, for example, when there's a rescue, it actually falls to the MCSA team largely. They do work alongside other teams, but they coordinate that amongst themselves. They actually don't have the same system that we have, which is just interesting, and it works differently. And yeah, but I think the national team does work together to try and continue to keep our skills up to date and following the international community as well.
Okay, I'm good friends with Hendré as well, and she does a great job, and I know she's always in the mountains, and my guess is in your situation, you am I correct in saying you obviously love the wilderness, you love wild open spaces, you love climbing, and you're very passionate about your career as a doctor, so this for you is in the search and rescue is a perfect marriage to blend the two together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would say my work and my play are vastly different, just because I'm a different kind of doctor, but climbing has been something, in fact, climbing is something I took up at the same time I joined the rescue team, so it's something that I learned while I was learning to be a rescuer, but they just fitted together so well, and I absolutely love the wilderness, I love climbing, and being able to be a part of a team that provides support to other members of that community. I mean, I think being able to give back to our community is something that's really close to my heart, and I know it's really close to the hearts of everybody on the team. Like, we often have patients apologizing to us and saying, I'm sorry for putting you through this, and we all say, no, we absolutely love it, we're so happy to be here, this is our playtime, we get to be with our friends, we get to be helping people. It's great. Yeah, I think everyone on the team is equally passionate about just being a part of the team, and we love it. We love getting a call out, we get excited. People were calling in from overseas that have actually gone away for a little while, and they were jealous that they couldn't be coming with us on the rescue. So,
okay,
you know, it really is something that we're all very passionate about.
Okay, Justine, I'm going to end with the same thing that I ended with Brent. It's fantastic sitting here in the beautiful Vineyard Hotel talking to you. I hope that I don't ever sit and chat to you with you looking down on me on a mountain some way, but thanks very much. I really appreciate your time.